When you make people feel special and you empower them to do what they're good at, there's beauty that comes out of that. Making this show happen during a pandemic was difficult. All of the checks and balances that went along with putting together this show, there was just hurdles, and it's already hard enough to put on a show of this level, but to do it during a pandemic with all of the other
kit and caboodle?
Yeah, the whole kit and caboodle. The whole kit and caboodle.
I want to say, for real, congratulations. How the heck did you do it?
I just told him, I said, I want to show the lead up of this show. We had planned to do this show during quarantine, and I was like, I want to show the process. And so he just came in, and it was like super organic. He talked to a lot of the team, and we just made it happen.
I mean, it was totally different than the projects we had done previously. We couldn't have our normal huge crews. Times were just weird. There were restrictions and safety protocols, but the big charm of this film is you have the glossy concert doc that people have been accustomed to, paired with Justin vlogging. He really did that, and we used a lot of that in the film. And I think it's that pairing of intimacy and seeing those moments you wouldn't normally get where he's so comfortable and allowing people into his house and into his bedroom when he first wakes up, to seeing him on stage for the first full concert in 3 years.
If you could have a wish, if people are watching it, if your wish was for them to feel what would that be?
Feel joy and have some fun. It's a really fun, you should watch that loud. Make sure to watch it loud.
It wasn't only my first show back, it was all of ours. Being able to see the smiles on everyone's faces, to watch the hugs at the end of the show, and everyone's really embracing, that was such a great moment. I just can't wait for people to see that. Did
you feel the nerves leading up to it?
I definitely felt the nerves leading up to it. I feel a little bit of butterflies in my stomach.
So if you're nervous, then I'm nervous with you.
I know. I think sometimes nerves are coming from a good place because you care. Being okay with your little mistakes, and then the next time you just take those mistakes and you do it better. That's life. You want to get better at something, you got to be willing to make mistakes. You take the shot. If you miss, but at least you tried.
It's pretty wild to see where he's come from and how he's growing. Do you think that's a fair assessment? This guy's a role model?
It's a scary burden to put on somebody to refer to them as a role model, but in actuality, I think he's about as real of a role model as you can get, because he admittedly is flawed, he's made mistakes, he's apologized for them, and he says, I'm gonna do better.
Yeah.
How can you be more of a role model?
I just want to keep learning and growing. That's what I want to do. Leadership is harnessing human energy to create effective change. The only way to harness human energy is through love, is to gain the respect of people around you, is to love them. You can't buy trust, you can't buy a lot of these things, but I think the main idea here is let's use our gifts to serve people and to help people. That's what I want people to see.